Hello everyone, my name is Cubic and welcome back to yet another episode of Minecraft. Today guys, we're going to be doing a command block tutorial for 1.15, all about protecting spawn, or protecting your base for the matter. So something that I ran into an issue, with one of my buddies on a recent multiplayer server that we created, was the ability to protect your area from being griefed by other players. This is not really something that occurs on the server, but we wanted to protect from it just in case, and we wanted to protect from players being able to break things, etc. Because you put a lot of work into your base, you want it to be protected from anybody just making a silly mistake or anything like that. So we went ahead and developed something that is pretty cool, a simple command block system that will protect your area from players being able to break blocks or anything like that. Now I must disclaim very quickly that this does not protect players from being able to access your chests. So if you have chests in your base, it is best that you hide them somewhere, or you don't have them in the area you're trying to protect, because there's no real way to protect from that. But let's go ahead and demonstrate the command. So we're going to jump into game mode, survival. I keep wanting to hit game mode 0. We're in game mode survival right now, okay? And say that area where those command blocks are is where we want to protect from. So as we get closer to it, it switches us into adventure mode. Now we can't break any blocks anywhere around here. We can't access any of these command blocks. Normally we can't anyway, not unless we're in creative. But if we run away, it switches us back to survival. So now we can break blocks. And iron blocks were not the solution here. But yeah, you guys can see we can now break blocks. And if we go closer, it switches us to adventure, and we cannot break any blocks. So this is a really cool way to protect your areas from being, I guess, broken into or anything like that. So let's jump into the command. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do is we need to place down a repeating command block. Now the settings for this command block needs to be always active, repeating, and unconditional, okay? So it's very important that it's always repeating, and what we need to do is run a command called execute, and I can't type today. Execute if entity at e, then we need to do type, can't type today. Needs to be Minecraft colon player, then do a comma, name equals, and then we need to do, this will be where your username goes. So my username is CubicPlaysMC. Then we need to do another comma, and then we need to do distance equals. Now this is where things get a little interesting. What we need to do for distance equals, an equal sign there, is period 15, okay? And then close off your command. All right, so what this will basically do for us, guys, is allow us to basically, if we go all the way back, is what we're saying is execute, which means command block will emit a redstone signal if, so we're saying if there's an entity, and then we're describing what the entity should be. So at E is entity, the type is a Minecraft player with the name, my username being CubicPlaysMC, and then the distance being anywhere from roughly 0 to 15 blocks. Let's get rid of the equal sign there. Anywhere from 0 to 15 blocks. So that's why the two periods exist. If we just do 15, then it will only target 15 blocks. We want within 15 blocks. Okay, so then what we need to do is then put down two comparators. Alright guys, so the second thing we need to do with this command is we need to write a command for setting players to adventure mode. So we're going to do game mode adventure at a distance, and then we need to do equals, and we can do either 0.15 or just .15. It's really up to you. And we need to do then game mode, I cannot type today, and we need to then say anybody who's in survival, and then we need to do a name equals. Now this is where it gets very specific. We need to do 2 quotations, and then we need to do exclamation point hashtag, and then the username. So, oops, CubicPlaysMC. Okay, and then we need to close off our command. Okay, and so what this command is doing for us is it's saying set anybody to game mode adventure at A, so anyone, with a distance between 0 to 15, so 0 to 15 from this command block, and then set their game mode to survive, or sorry, if their game mode is survival, that's right, so we're setting to adventure if their game mode is survival, and their name is not my name, not CubicPlaysMC. So this will be your username or the person's plot that you're trying to protect. So then it will exclude anybody with that username. So hit done. And then what we need to do is come over here. Remember, this is our command block that originally detects us. Then we need to put down a block, a redstone torch. Then we need to put down a repeating command block and a chain command block. And I'll show you the settings for both of these here in a moment. But basically, what we need to do is say this needs redstone, it's repeating, and then we need to write a command that says /gamemode adventure at A distance equals 0.11 game mode equals, and then we need to set to survival. Okay, and then we need, remember, repeating, unconditional, needs redstone. Okay, the second thing we're going to do is then come into this chain command block, which is set to chain unconditional always active. And what we need to do is say /gamemode survival, and then we need to do at A distance 14.16, and we're going to do game mode equals adventure. Okay, and then we'll hit done. So now our command is ready to go. And basically what we're doing is we're saying anybody within a distance of 15 blocks. So it's detecting for me basically, and we're saying anybody who's not me within 15 blocks needs to be set to adventure. Okay, and what we're then saying is anybody who is in adventure needs to go to survival, anybody within 11 blocks. 11 blocks is actually the radius that we're protecting, and there's a very specific reason for this, and I'll explain that in a second. And then we're saying anybody in the game mode set them to survival once they're outside of the radius of our detection, which is between 14 and 16. We could set it to 17 if we wanted to, but we're trying to be very specific because we're detecting for 15 blocks. Okay, what is happening is these comparators going off and they're detecting me. So what we want to do is make sure that me, the player, whoever's the plot is being detected first. Okay, so that's why we set this to 15 blocks. Then we're saying anybody that's not me should be in adventure. Okay, then as a backup, if I am not here, it'll activate these command blocks, which will then say anybody who is in adventure, or sorry, set anybody who's in survival, there we go, to adventure within a distance of 11 blocks. And we could probably set this to like maybe 12 or 13, but we need to kind of preserve this 14 to 16 to set people back to survival. Okay, and so what we're doing is we're saying that if I'm not here, activate these command blocks. If I am here, activate these 2 command blocks. So people can come into my plot if I am there, or they can not come into my plot if I'm not there. And so basically, if we change this name to CubicPlaysM, which is not my name, so it's no longer detecting me, and CubicPlaysM is no longer detecting me there, and set our game mode to survival, we will then be set to adventure. And I think we're getting caught by this one, if I'm not mistaken, as well. 1 second. Let's disable. Yeah, disable those things for a second. Go back into survival. So yeah, now we're in adventure, and once we go out of the area, it'll set us back to survival. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you guys need any help or any technical advice. I will be happy to respond in the comments on how this command block works. Obviously, all the commands will be in the description, so you can copy them. Obviously, I can't explain how each command works in the description, so you'll probably want to make sure that you watch this video a couple times just to understand what's going on and where to put the commands. But it's a pretty simple, compact command block setup. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.